But you get me out in public or anywhere around a bunch of people, and I just I don't do well
Are you
like that.
The
anti?
wrestling world is often defined by larger-than-life superstars, but every once in a while, someone comes along who changes the very way we look at the industry. Paul Heyman was one such man. Known as the wise man to Roman Reigns, the advocate to Brock Lesnar, and a mastermind to generations of fans, Heyman's passing has left the WWE Universe in a state of deep sorrow. His funeral, attended by legends, family, and fans alike, was more than just a farewell. It was a celebration of a man who changed professional wrestling forever. The atmosphere of grief and respect. From the moment news broke of Heyman's passing, tributes began pouring in across social media. WWE superstars, AEW performers, and independent wrestlers all acknowledged his influence. His funeral service reflected this same respect. The setting was filled with flowers, photographs of his iconic moments in WWE and ECW, and a quiet dignity that reminded everyone of the gravity of this loss. Those who attended were not only there to mourn, but also to express gratitude for Heyman's role in shaping careers, stories, and memories that have entertained millions of fans worldwide. Legends and family gather to honor him. The funeral brought together a diverse group of wrestling's biggest names. Roman Reigns, often seen by Heyman's side in recent years, delivered a heartfelt tribute. Reigns spoke of how Heyman wasn't just an advocate on screen, but also a mentor and a confidant in real life. Brock Lesnar, a man of few words, stood silently but powerfully at the service, a presence that needed no explanation. Superstars such as the Usos, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and even veterans like Triple H and The Undertaker were also in attendance. Each carried stories of Heyman's wisdom, his sharp wit, and his unmatched ability to bring out the very best in everyone. Heyman's family sat front and center, moved by the outpouring of love. His children were embraced by the WWE family, proving that Paul Heyman's legacy extended beyond just the squared circle. It was about the relationships he built. Roman Reigns' emotional words. Arguably, the most powerful moment came when Roman Reigns stepped up to speak. His words were not those of the tribal chief, but of a man honoring a close friend. Reigns recalled late-night phone calls with Heyman, their discussions about life, and Heyman's constant reassurance during some of the most difficult moments of his career. He described him as the voice in the shadows that guided me, not just on TV, but in life. As Roman's voice cracked with emotion, it was clear to everyone present that Heyman's role was much deeper than just a storyline manager. He was family. The legacy of the advocate. Paul Heyman's influence on professional wrestling cannot be overstated. Long before his WWE run, he reshaped the wrestling industry through Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW. He gave opportunities to young talent, innovated storytelling, and helped redefine what wrestling could be. In WWE, he elevated some of the greatest performers of all time. His partnership with Brock Lesnar created moments that will forever be etched in wrestling history. From Lesnar's historic victory over The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30 to the countless epic promos that Heyman delivered on behalf of the Beast. Later, his role as Roman Reigns' wise man took the wrestling world by storm. It was Heyman who added layers of depth to Reigns' tribal chief persona, cementing it as one of the most dominant eras in WWE history. Superstars share their memories. Throughout the service, several wrestlers took the stage to share personal memories. Seth Rollins recalled how Heyman once encouraged him after a difficult loss, reminding him that every setback was just fuel for the next great promo. The Usos shared stories of how Heyman embraced them as family, always giving them advice on timing, presence, and confidence. CM Punk offered his respect, calling Heyman the man who believed in me when no one else did. Each memory painted a fuller picture of Heyman, not just as a character, but as a man who truly cared about the people around him. Fans pay tribute. Worldwide, while the funeral was a private gathering, fans across the globe held their own tributes. Online communities organized watch parties of Heyman's greatest promos, while arenas across the country echoed with chants of "Thank you, Heyman." Many fans wrote letters, created artwork, and shared personal stories of how Heyman's words inspired them. To many, his promos weren't just part of the show, they were life lessons about ambition, confidence, and resilience. A touching farewell, the final bell. As the funeral service neared its end, a ceremonial 10-bell salute was observed, a tradition in wrestling that honors the passing of a legend. The sound of each bell echoed with emotion, symbolizing not just the end of Heyman's journey, but the lasting impact he left behind. The WWE Universe may never hear Heyman declare, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Live again," but his voice will forever resonate in wrestling history. The future without Paul Heyman. While Heyman's passing leaves a void, his influence will continue to guide the wrestling world. His teachings live on in the superstars he mentored, and his revolutionary approach to storytelling remains a blueprint for future generations. WWE has already announced that a special tribute episode will air in his honor, ensuring that fans around the globe can celebrate his life together. The company also plans to induct him into the WWE Hall of Fame posthumously, a recognition long overdue for the man who reshaped the industry. Conclusion: a legacy carved in stone. Paul Heyman's funeral was more than a farewell. It was a reminder of the immeasurable impact one man can have on an entire industry. He wasn't just a manager, a promoter, or a mouthpiece. He was a visionary. The WWE Universe may grieve his passing, but they will forever celebrate his brilliance, his passion, and his unforgettable voice. Wrestling won't be the same without him, but thanks to Paul Heyman, wrestling will also never be the same again. Rest in peace, Paul Heyman. Your voice, your vision, and your legacy will echo forever.